Hi, welcome to all next week's unmissable soap storylines. The Walford residents turned South-Enders this week with a series of stories, not least involving Whitney and Ryan, that wind up in the seaside town. Whitney realises she's been set up when she goes to meet Lee, only to find Rob the pimp, who tries to persuade her, then strong-arm her into leaving with him. But she manages to escape and jumps into a car with Shirley, Heather and Dot, who are off to an 80s convention in Southend, those old new romantics. Only Rob pursues her and tracks her down to her hotel room and almost talks her round until Fatboy interrupts and Rob turns nasty. Whitney kicks him out and asks Fatboy to call Ryan, who races to town and confronts Rob. The duo have a vicious brawl on the pier, only to fall off. Police divers are immediately called when they don't surface, until Whitney watches, mortified, as a body is pulled from the water. But is it Ryan or Rob? Meanwhile, Dot reunites with her sister Rose, but they soon bicker over her affair with Dot's first hubby, Charlie. After the row, they make peace, and Rose reveals she has a son, Andrew. And there's a massive shock for Dot when Rose reveals who his dad is. Next, we're on the cobbles. Being ignorant in the ways of bad girls, Fizz gets herself in a right mess when the governor promises her a place in the mother and baby unit if she turns grass. Soon enough, Ruth's stash is found, but Ginny realises who grassed her up and Fizz is on the wrong end of some prison justice. Meanwhile, Becky's been enjoying Hope and is deflated to hear the baby will soon be reunited with Fizz in prison. But Roy and Hayley are horrified when Becky disappears with Hope and race off in search, while Fizz is left feeling vulnerable as Ginny threatens her again. Kylie and Eva become buddies while David's off on his business course and, to Gail's disgust, flirt with two guys in the Rovers. Kylie doesn't return that night and Gail assumes she's been sleeping around. She hasn't. So when an upset Kylie kicks off after David forgets her birthday, Audrey sacks her. Kylie heads into town to drown her sorrows and is amazed to spot Audrey with Marcia, so films them on her phone and tries to blackmail her. Mark refuses to stand for that and, to Audrey's horror, comes out to the whole pub. He tries to make it up with her and declares his love, but can she deal with it? Next, we drop into Emmerdale. Mia tells Ella she never wants to see her again after a bust-up among the Macy clan this week. It begins with Ella learning that Adam and Mia have reunited, and during the row, Declan blurts out the truth to Mia about her boyfriend and her mother. Mia is crushed and wants her mother out of her life. Ella, however, wants vengeance on Declan and makes a drunken pass at Jay. How could he resist? Of course, he rebuffs her, but she still insinuates that she slept with him. And there's more to come. She declares she's going to make Declan pay for turning Mia against her. She drops a bombshell on him and Charity by telling her she's Jay's first love, then telling Declan that Jay is Mia's real father. How's that for a leaving present? Amy's having big doubts about the abortion, especially after she sees the photo of her scan. But Kane doesn't see himself as Daddy Daycare, so he heads to the clinic to ensure she goes through with it. Only Victoria lies that Amy's been delayed, while she makes the decision not to go ahead with the termination.